Here, let us discuss about IP address, MAC address, and port number along with the differences. First, coming to the IP address. IP address is a unique logical address. So, remember, this is a logical address assigned to a device on a network, and it tells where the device is located so that data can be sent to the right place. Just like your house address tells people where you live in, an IP address tells computers where a device is on the network or a local network. And the main purpose of this IP address is for communication between the devices. So, without an IP, devices wouldn't know where to send the data. It's used in local area network, like inside your home or office, and it can be used in wide area network, like your internet service providers network, and internet, which is a global communication between millions of devices. So, best example for this IP address is when you open Google in your browser, your computer uses Google's IP address to find its server and send a request. Coming to the types, first one is IPv4, which uses 32-bit address written as 4 decimal numbers. So, you can see the 4 decimal numbers, and also they are separated by dot. Each number ranges from 0 to 255. The problem with this IPv4 is with billions of devices today, IPv4 addresses are running out. And the second type is IPv6, which uses 128-bit address written in hexadecimal separated by colon. Advantage of this IPv6 is it provides enough unique addresses for every device on earth. So simple analogy for this IPv4 and IPv6 is IPv4 is like a phone number with 10 digits. That is a limited number, right? It might run out. Whereas IPv6 is like adding more digits so everyone can get a unique number forever. Second one is MAC address, which is media access control address. And MAC address is a unique physical address assigned to a network interface card by the manufacturer. Unlike an IP address, which can change, a MAC address is usually permanent for the hardware. It's like a fingerprint for your device on the network. And this is a format, it's a 48-bit address, usually written as 6 pairs of hexadecimal numbers. So, this is the best example. So, this is the format. You can write it with the help of separator called column. Here the first 3 pairs. So, this first 3 pairs, they represent manufacturer's ID. So, organizationally unique identifier, whereas the last 3 parts or the last 3 pairs, they are unique to the device. Coming to the uses, MAC address works at the data link layer, that is layer 2 of the OSI model, which ensures communication within the same local area network. And also, when data is sent inside a local area network, devices use MAC addresses to find each other. So, routers here they use this IP address to send data between different networks, but inside the LAN, this MAC addresses are used. So now we completed this IP and MAC. So let us just take a simple analogy for comparison between both of them. So MAC address is nothing but your fingerprint, which is unique to you and doesn't change, whereas IP address is nothing but your house address, which can change if you move from that location. Next, the third one is a port number, so which is a virtual endpoint inside a device. And it just acts like a doorway that allows data to reach the correct application or service running on a computer. Every network connection uses both an IP address to locate the device as well as a port number to locate the application inside the device. And why this is required? Because a single computer it can run many applications at the same time. It can be like a browser, email, or any other application. So all these apps they use the same IP address but need to be distinguished, right? So the port number here tells the operating system which app or service should receive the data. Without these port numbers, your computer wouldn't know if the incoming data is for your web browser, whether it is for email app or for music player, etc. And port numbers, they usually range from 0 to 6 5 65,000 535, and they are divided into various categories. Like if you take 0 to 1023, it is mainly reserved for common services. Whereas if you take port number 80, that is for HTTP websites, and port number 443, it is for HTTPS, that is secure website. And we have a port number 25 for SMTP email sending, and port number 53 for DNS, that is domain lookups. Okay, and also there are some registered ports after this, say starting from 10242 to 49,151. So all these are registered ports assigned to specific apps by developers. Whereas the remaining, that is from 49,152 to 65,535, they are chosen temporarily by your operating system when you make a connection. So they are considered as dynamic or private ports. So let us see few examples. Say suppose you are using your laptop and assume that the IP address of your laptop is 192.168.1.5. So we are using that in order to access internet. So here when you open this Google Chrome and type this URL, then your laptop connects to this Google server on port number 443, which is nothing but HTTPS, that is secure website. Okay. So your operating system here, it assigns temporary random port for this browsing session. So we saw that 49,152 to 65,535, they comes under dynamic or private ports, which are chosen temporarily by your operating system, right? So this 52,341 comes under that category only. So that number, it's a temporary random port selected by your operating system for this browsing session. So the connection looks something like this. Okay, this is your port and this is the Google server IP. So already you opened that Google Chrome. Along with that, assume that you open one more app, which is an email application. So here it may connect to mail server on port number 993. And here connection looks something like this. So this is your port and which is connected to the mail server. At the same time, along with this, say your friend plays an online game on the same Wi-Fi. So here the game, it might use a port number like this, 27,015. Okay. So this is commonly used for Steam games. Here these port numbers, they tell the operating system which app or service should receive the data. Without these port numbers, your computer wouldn't know if incoming data is for your web browser, or whether for it is for email application, or whether it is for games. So connection looks something like this. This your port number and this is the game server to which it was connected. Let us see one analogy: sending a letter to someone in an apartment. Here you can find out the difference between IP address, MAC address, and port number clearly. So IP address is nothing but the building address or your apartment address, which tells which building or the apartment the letter should go to. Example, say the apartment is Sunrise Apartment. So that is nothing but the IP address. Whereas in networking, this IP is nothing but the device location in the network. Then coming to the MAC address, it is similar to the person name, which is a unique identity. Again, inside the building or inside this apartment, many people live, right? So the person name ensures the letter reaches the correct individual. Whereas in networking, this MAC is nothing but the unique hardware identity of the device. And the third one is port number, which is similar to the flat number in an apartment. The apartment may have many flats, right? Here, the flat number decides exactly which flat in the apartment should receive the letter. Say the flat number is 502. Then the letter should be delivered to that particular flat number only. So in networking, port is nothing but it is used to identify which application or service on that device should handle the data, like whether it is a browser, email, etc.